Hello, everybody. This is Pastor KZ, and this is your midweek word. The Bible has so many examples of people who had mental health issues, and I'm going to name a few. David struggled with anxiety and depression. Elijah the prophet, he experienced burnout. Some of you know what burnout is, and he had depression. Also, Job experienced an overwhelming grief, depression, abandonment. So much so that his own wife just told him, you know what? Why don't you just curse God and go on? But for some reasons, Christians have a difficult time expressing or dealing with grief or dealing with mental health issues or even admitting that they have some issues going on. Yes, prayer works, believe me, I know. And yes, listening to gospel music helps. Also, keeping busy helps. Journaling helps. All of these things that you're doing, it helps. But you know what? Sometimes it's only a temporary fix. It's like putting a band-aid on a wound. A big wound, you're just putting a band-aid on it, and it's not taking care of the situation. Some of you have untreated wounds that needs antibiotic, needs antiseptic. It needs other things other than just put a little alcohol on it and a band-aid and go on. That is what you have done for so long with your emotions. Now, it's this temporary fix going to the altar. Sometimes you go to the altar, and when you get up from the altar, the same thing is still bothering you. In 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verses 7 through 9, the Apostle Paul speaks of a thorn in his side, and he pleaded with God 3 different times to remove it. Now, we as pastors and theologians, we don't know exactly what the thorn was Paul was talking about, but whatever it was messing with his mind. As a Christian, I know some of you have gone through some trials, have gone through some tests, but I want to tell you today that you are not alone. It's time for you to just admit it, and let's get yourself some help. Let's move away from this state so we can have a better quality of life. Your wellness is very important. Some of the things that you have gone through and what you're dealing with, it is not your fault, but you got to understand God sees you and God is still with you, and you have got to remain steadfast. Keep holding on. Even if you feel the need to cry, do just that. If you feel the need, I got to write all these thoughts down because if I don't, I'm just going to go crazy. Do that. But whatever you do, don't give up. You are loved. You are worth so much. You matter. We need you here. You have children, you have grandchildren, you have siblings, you got nieces and nephews. You are needed. Some of you have spouses. You are an awesome mother. You are a phenomenal father. You do your part. You do what you're supposed to do. And guess what, young people, some of you out there, your parents is still gonna love you. No matter what your lifestyle choice is, your parents love you. They may not like the life that you're leading, but it doesn't take away the fact that they created you and they love you. Feel free that you can go home and talk to them. Always feel like you can talk to your family. It's people that loves you, and they love you very much. You have been chosen, and you have great things in store for you. You've got to get back up. Just like Job. Job got back up. Elijah had to get back up. Paul got back up. He kept going even though he had a thorn in his side. David kept getting back up. Even though he kept going through this depression, he kept falling into anxiety situations. Yet, they had to keep going on. And I'm saying to you today, you've got to get back up. You've got to get back up. A new day is coming. Each day starts the opportunity for something good to happen for you. I know you're struggling. I know you can't pay that bill. I know you can't find anywhere to live. You might be homeless. You might be going through a drought. But this is only temporary. God got somebody out there waiting to help you. You've got to not be so prideful, and you've got to be able to ask for help. You've got to ask for help. You've got to seek, and you've got to knock in order to find what you need. I'm not telling you what I heard. I'm telling you what I know. I know how the enemy can trick you into thinking you're not worth anything. I know how the enemy can trick you and say, my life is useless. What am I here for? But don't give in to that. You know what? God is waiting to help you. God has put people in place to help you. You just got to get up and go look for it. It ain't going to just come and beat down the door and find you. You've got to seek so that you can find, knock so that the door will be open. It's okay to start over again. Sometime when things tear down, it's got time for a new build. That's why. For some of you, in spite of what you're going through, in spite of the many times you felt like giving up and you quit, you've got to understand you've gotten knocked down several times, but you're not knocked out. Keep getting back up. Don't let it get you down. Never lose hope. That has been your word for today. And I want to also do a correction. On yesterday, I failed to mention that I was representing the University of Central Florida. I am so sorry, Orlando. Please forgive me. And at a later date, you know what? I'll kick the week off with you, Orlando. And today I decided to go on back to the state of Georgia. I'm representing Valdosta State University and HBCU. And you know, I know some of you Georgia Bulldogs gonna get in your feelings, but guess what? It's okay. I'll represent you all when I represent some of those other states. But Georgia, I'm representing Valdosta State. Please comment, like, and share the video with other people. If you have not subscribed, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. And also, don't forget, thumbs up, comment, like, and share the video. I'll see you back tomorrow.